Well, what up, everybody? This Prophet Mahmoud, representing all the cast offs worldwide. You don't know what a cast off is. A cast off is being who you are, even when it's unpopular, when your thoughts and what you stand for is different than the crowd, you were cast off. And if you tuned in today, that means you were cast off because if you like the trend and you like the go along, get along game, what's popular, you wouldn't be paying attention to me. But before I ever get started, I'm about to play y'all my new song. This the song right here is coming out on my album, July 4th. My new album coming out July 4th. Make the Hood Great Again Part 2. This my son. This one of the songs on here. I'm on 3 different sites. It's Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
You dig right the eyes, but it's me you can't stand, homie. If I did something wrong, you should have told me, dog. I ride for you, die for you, but you ain't for me, nah. I ain't gonna lie, that shit kinda really hurt. I give a nigga love, and he give me dirt. I give a nigga life, he wish death on me. I show a nigga right, he went left on me. I call him a time of need, he went deaf on me. I can't lie, your handshake kinda felt phony. You claim that's your bro, you try to knock his hoe. He open business and you won't even go shop at his store. A nigga drop a song, you never share his shit. Your homie got clothes, but you never wear his shit. You say black power, but you don't buy black shit. You talk that black shit, but you don't date black chicks. Niggas so jealous and phony, that's a woman trait. You show love everywhere except your homie's way. These niggas ain't friends, they know how to pretend. These niggas ain't friends, they know how to pretend. These niggas ain't friends, they know how to pretend. Talk about me bad, but in my face they grin. These niggas ain't friends, they know how to pretend. These niggas ain't friends, they know how to pretend. These niggas ain't friends, they know how to pretend. Talk about me bad, but in my face they grin. No black love, only black hate. They killed George Floyd, what a sad day. Nigga kill a nigga, y'all cheer him on. Kid doing right, the hood try to steer him wrong. Cash at me, that's what these bitches say. Smoking on the op, that's what the niggas say. Look how we do each other, look how we treat each other. Black man, black woman, we all act like we don't need each other. We can't team up cause everybody wanna be each other. They all rape our culture till they no longer need our color. And now they call us niggas and try to steal our style. They stereotype us all, watch the cops kill our child. She sucks some black dick, but she wanna call me nigga. He say black power, but it's women all vanilla. Being a man ain't cool, I coach around by the softest niggas. White people cheer us on as a nigga off a nigga. These niggas ain't friends.
They know how to. Oh shit, the thing.
They know how to.
But that's I was supposed to give y'all a sample. I didn't give y'all a whole fucking song, but that's off my new album. That's one of my songs. They know how to pretend. That's off my new album coming July 4th. But before I ever get started, oh shit. But before I ever get started, it was something I had said today, and it was basically But shout out to everybody who, before I even get started, shout out to everybody who tuned in, man. I represent all the cast offs, and if y'all watching, that means y'all cast off. Y'all know I'm not part of the trend, not of the cool crowd, and I represent following your heart and not what's popular. So if y'all tuned in, thank y'all, and y'all a cast off, even if y'all represent it and don't know it. But this is the number one question: how do I get started? And before I even get started with this, I'm gonna tell y'all, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. And so with that being said, whatever you planning, your business, your rapping, your clothing, whatever, just get started. Don't wait for approval of somebody. Don't wait for till you got your money right or the right timing. Man, Dr. King said, faith is taking a step where you can't see the whole staircase. And if you're not taking that step, you really don't have faith. You're really just talking. And so just get started. And that's, that was, I want to start off saying that. And before I ever get in, I want to apologize for being judgmental for anybody I ever bashed for anything. And because, it's so easy to throw stones, and we all have our own secret, our own bullshit that we don't want anybody to expose or know and stuff like that. And so, that's why Christ said, man, those without sin cast the first stone. A lot of times we throw stones, I throw stones, and we have our own sins, our own problems, our own issues and shit like that. So if I ever, anytime we criticize a person, they stop listening. And so we actually talk about and so when we critical, motherfuckers stop listening. And so before we throw our stones and shit, make sure our closet clean. But I'm about to answer some questions that people asked me. I had asked this and everybody asked me, vaccine, yes or no? Do I believe in the COVID vaccine? Now let me tell y'all this before I answer y'all question. Look, man, if y'all don't know, I got stabbed in my chest and my stomach, and they had all kind of shit plugged up to me, pumping all kind of fluids in me, provolone, ox, all kind of shit. I know what's in that shit, but I know it saved my life, and so I don't know what's in that. And then we'd do any drug under the book. We don't know what's in that shit, and so if you do drugs, don't criticize a motherfucker for taking a vaccine shot, because you don't know what's in the heroin you doing. You don't know what's in the cocaine you storing. You don't know what's in the liquor you drinking. You don't know what's in the cigarette you smoking. You don't know what's in nothing. The girl you fucking raw, you don't know what she got. And so that's another thing. Those we have our own, we want to throw stones at. You got a vaccine shot and ain't did all that like that, and you done fucked a stranger raw. And so and so that's how I look at it. To each his own. Shit. It's a lot of shit the doctors do that we don't know. Like, that save our life a lot of time. But we do have an experience with foul play and experiments on black people. But just because you don't get a vaccine, don't criticize a motherfucker who do. Especially if you smoke or if you drink or you have an unprotected sex or you anything. You feel what I'm saying? You don't know what's in nothing. And that's my answer to that. To each is fucking own. We so always got a fucking opinion about some stuff. Yeah. And that's my thing of that. And somebody had asked me, before I go on that, if y'all don't know, if y'all in Toledo, Ohio, I have a meet and greet Saturday, July 3rd at my homeboy True Shop. It's called EST 73 and the address is 2902. And I'm gonna give away the album absolutely free CDs. I know y'all don't see CDs anymore, but I'm giving away free CDs and all the shirts gonna be half off. And then the day after that, we got the 4th of July block party in 1100 block of Belmont Avenue. And so that's what that is. That's what that's about. But then somebody asked me, is having too many options good or bad? I think having too many options is bad. Shit, think about this. The people who say they never got nothing to wear got a closet full of clothes, got too many clothes, for real. Dead serious. A motherfucker you always got something to wear when you ain't got shit. But then when you have a lot of clothes, you never got nothing to wear. Think about this. Ain't nothing on TV. That's what we always say. And now we got Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, all 100,000 fucking channels we can't find nothing to watch. Back in the days, we had them 5 fucking sitcoms and 12 channels. We still remember those shows because we didn't have so many options. And you see, that's why a lot of nice looking people, you see these gorgeous ass girls single as fuck because she have too many fucking options. There's 100,000 people in her inbox telling her how pretty she is, and you feel what I'm saying? And then the dude she would make her mad one time. Well, I got 1,000 niggas in my inbox telling me. And so a lot of times, too many options is bad, for real, to keep it up. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Prophet, what's your favorite movies? I get asked the same question. My favorite movies, number 1 got to be Braveheart, William Wallace. 2, Matrix. 3, Scarface. 4, Paid in Full. 5, shit, I'll get back to y'all. Then somebody asked me, what's the playlist of your life for as artists and like your favorite songs, the playlist of your life. Number 1 got to be Scarface featuring Tupac, Smile For Me. That's my favorite song of all time. It's my 2 favorite artists on the same song. After that, I got to go Sound Cook, Change Gonna Come. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know that change gonna come. That's my 2nd favorite song of all time. My 3rd favorite song, fuck, I have no idea. I know those are my 2 favorite songs. I got too many questions to ask to be going over that. All right, somebody asked me, what was your worst dates? Your worst date? I gave y'all one. If y'all remember, I had told y'all it's a rule about killing roaches over people's house. If y'all ever had roaches or y'all had friends with a lot of roaches, y'all know it's disrespect to go over somebody's house. We talking chilling, you see a roach on their wall, you motherfucker, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that's disrespect, and I had told y'all that story about I go over that girl house and the roach was crawling up my shoe, and I know the rules to it, but it's crawling up my shoe. That's one of them. But the another bad date that I had, shit, I took my homeboy. I was going to meet this girl, and she had her sister, and I bring my homeboy, and so he had hit. I'm gonna tell y'all this because it sounds bad if I say my homeboy hit the girl's son. You know what I'm saying? hit her 8-year-old son. But like I would tell y'all the story because that sounds bad if I be like, man, I took my homeboy over to this girl house and he punched her 8-year-old son. But I'm gonna tell y'all the story. So we go over her house. She got this little badass son. This nigga like 8 can't talk or nothing. He just like he can't do shit but fight. And you know, and so I already knew because I went over there before and the motherfucker came up to me like hit, bow bow. I mean he hit me with a jab, turned that motherfucker over, boom, hit me in my stomach. Boy, I lost wind like that little motherfucker. Man, I wanted to hit his little ass back, and the mama was laughing. That shit pissed me off. Like, motherfucker can't talk, nigga can't do shit. But when they say fight, that motherfucker hit, jab like hard as hell. So I already don't even want this little motherfucker around me. I already know, and I forgot to tell my homeboy. So me and my homeboy go over there, and the little hit motherfucker ran up on my homeboy. I already knew I protected my nuts, my stomach. He come by me, I'm protecting myself. Shit, like when they say boxing, protect yourself at all times. Little hit come by me, shit, I'm covering up. So my homeboy, little hit go by him like hit, jab, pow, pow. Hit him in his nuts and dropped him. He like, you little bitch. Like this was like he holding his nuts on the ground. So hit over him and shit. Like, I don't know if hit about to finish him off. My dude like, bitch, boom, punch little hit and stuff. Punch the little nigga in his stomach. The nigga drop start crying and shit, bro. Like, and man, the motherfucker mama went off. Like, nigga, she wanted to fight my homeboy. She wanted to fight me. I said, man, I'll see y'all later, man. My homeboy was mad as fuck. Hit him in his nuts. Dropped his ass. That was a bad experience. And that was one of the bad dates, man. And this wasn't no date right here. Damn, it's come with another motherfucker hit somebody kid. This was a long time ago. This is the first time I had, like, if y'all don't know, I live in Atlanta now. Well, outside of Atlanta. I've been here down to 3 years. I'm in Toledo so much that they don't even seem like I'm here. But I moved to Atlanta years ago, like about 10 years ago. And I was in Fairburn, Georgia at a Walmart. It's either Union City or Fairburn, deep on the south side and shit. And me and this girl was so motherfucking country boy, like country ghetto. And so it was this Mexican family with a kid who just kept falling out crying. And I could see her like want to whoop the kid, like, get him, get your ass. I'm like, hey man, leave the fucking girl. Man, you can't do that to nobody, kid. You know what I'm saying? And so one time we go another hour, the same motherfucker fall. He too old before I wanted to say something. And she's like, get your ass up, like about to whoop the kid. And then the lady came out cussing around in Spanish. They arguing, I'm breaking them up. Like, oh hell no. Man, that ride was silent as fuck. I'm like, man, let me drop this crazy ass chick off at home. You know what I'm saying? And then that was another bad date. I'm going all in my personal life and shit. But let me tell you, it was another story. We on Belmont. And so I dropped my cousin Ronnie off. My cousin Ron Capone asked for a ride and I dropped him off. And so I'm driving. I'm like, damn, Ronnie, you musty than a motherfucker. I'm like, damn. It's strong as shit. So I end up dropping Ronnie off like, damn. So I hit back on the block. Now I get back on the block. Russ asked for a ride. My little cousin Russ. You know what I'm saying? Russ locked up. Hold your head, Russ. And so I'm like smelling the same fucking must. I'm driving. I rolled the window. I'm driving my head out the window. I'm like, damn, Russ musty as fuck. So Russ like, oh yeah, I've been on the block. I've been hustling all day. Shit, nigga, man, I ain't even took a bath. Been up 2 days, same clothes and shit. So I'm driving like, damn. And so I'm like, man, these niggas, man, musty as fuck. So this girl called me, you know, so I go over her house. She come in my car, like, you know what I'm saying? We just chilling and shit. She come in my car and we just talking and shit. I'm like, damn, she musty as fuck too. I said, oh no, I could deal with these old thug ass block niggas been on the block all day hustling with same clothes on for 3 days, musty. And I'm smelling her the same fucking smell. I cut that shit short like, hey, man, I gotta go, bro. My grandma cooking fish. My grandma been dead before I was born. I gotta get the fuck out of here. This girl pretty as hell, musty as fuck. So when I finally get home, like, boy, that's me. The whole time it's me, musty and shit. It's me. And so that was a crazy date. It was no date, but I like that girl. I liked her. I wanted to talk to her and everything. But I pull up and she musty the whole time. But it's fucking me. And I know she smelled my musty ass. And I'm thinking it's her. And so I ain't never called her back and shit. And she never called me either. And so she like, hell no, this dirty, musty motherfucker. But that was a bad experience. I still remember that shit to this day. I know y'all like, man, what the fuck is this dude talking about? But yeah, that's that. And once again, the meet and greet. If y'all want the Southside shirts or the guy gave me a gift shirts or the cast off shirts, anything, they are going to be half off at the meet and greet on July 3rd in Toledo at my homeboy True Store, EST 73. Yeah, but that's that. I had said something today on the stat, and I was talking about shit. A lot of times we get a good personality mixed up with a person with character, and that shit is real, man. Because God works through people. God works through people, and Satan works through people. And I really believe when you see people jumping through fires to save people they don't even know, and people feeding homeless people they don't even know, that's God working through people. And then when you see people raping babies and going and killing kids in schools and just eating bodies, that's Satan working through people. And I believe when Satan wants to destroy you, he uses a person. And so you get that person in your life because they have a good personality, they charming, they funny, and they play on your emotions. Now they can manipulate you and they get close to your life and destroy your life, tear down everything you took you down in your whole life to work for, because a person you trust to get to you, and that's Satan working through people. And a lot of times we get good character mixed up with good personality. And to be a con artist or a manipulative person, you got to have a good personality to charm and trick people. But that don't mean you have good character, like you stand for something, And so a lot of times we get good personalities mixed up with good character. When Satan want to destroy your life, he send a person. And then when God want to bless you, shit, he send a person. A lot of times we'll pray for something and a person come in our life who actually could give us what we pray for or connect us with what we pray for, but we be like, nah, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm independent. And now we sitting there like, God, where I prayed. I sent you a person, but they wasn't what you expected. You feel what I'm saying? So shit, man, God works through people and Satan works through people for real. And a lot of times we be thinking we being real and humble when somebody want to give us something and bless us, but I believe in the spirit. Like when you give, it be given to you. You feel me? And just like, but it's when we give, it's like we plant seeds in the spirit world. Like if I want a orange tree, I plant orange trees. I plant orange seeds. But just like when you plant that seed, you can't see what's going on beneath the ground. It's developing roots, and you don't see results right away. And then pretty soon the orange tree grow. You plant an orange seed, you ain't gonna get tomatoes. And just like when we give, something happened in the spirit world. We can't see. We not gonna be blessed by the person we gave to or when we expected. But pretty soon the harvest come. And when somebody want to help us, or that's us, we gotta pick we plant oranges. We gotta take the oranges off the tree. You feel what I'm saying? And so don't fuck up your blessing like being, I'm independent. Motherfucker can't help me. I'm gonna do it myself, and that'd be the good seed that we put out in the world by giving. And so sometimes we do block our blessing, like when somebody wanna, we get burnt by so many manipulative people. When a person God put on life to bless us, I'm cool, because we had them bad experiences and shit like that, or it don't be the person how we expected it. Like we'll pray for, I want a husband or some shit like that, and this might be the man to change your life for the better. But you like tall motherfuckers. This motherfucker might be short. You feel what I'm saying? Like you wanted a black man. This motherfucker might be Mexican. You feel what I'm saying? Or vice versa. You feel? Or yeah, I want a thug. I want a gang. I want a nigga blowing weed in the camera with his gun and shit. This motherfucker might read books. You know, and so our blessings come, like, you know, we don't, like, our blessings come in disguise a lot of times, for real. Yeah, but that's that. I had posted this Dame Dash thing, and Dame Dash was talking about perspective. He was at, and Dame Dash he said he had a friend who get drunk and be crazy. And he like, why do you act like that? He be like, my father was a drunk, I can't help it. Then he said he got a friend who don't drink and the nicest, calmest person in the world. And he asked him, like, why are you so good like that? He be like, man, because my daddy was a drunk. And I just refuse to be like that. And that's a masculine trait. You feel what I'm saying? It's so feminine of a man to blame other people. Like, I'm like this because I'm like this, you know. But it take a masculine man to be like, you know what, I ain't have a father, so I'm gonna make sure I be a dad. But that feminine excuse making ass man, I don't know how to be a dad, I ain't have a dad, so that's why I'm not a dad. And that's that lame shit, man, to take ourselves off the hook for real. And that's that feminine trait. And I was talking about masculinity. I had posted a post and it said protect masculinity, and it offended a lot of people. What you mean masculinity? Everybody ain't big and tough, and that ain't got nothing to do with masculinity. You could be the machoest man in the world, but a masculine man to me is a man who build. And I ain't talking about with his hands. I'm talking about a man who like building something that means something, who leading his children, who gonna try to build his community and uplift and stuff like that with no excuses. I'm not gonna blame the white man. I'm not gonna blame how I was raised. I'm not gonna blame my baby mama. I'm not gonna blame anybody. If it don't work, it's all on me. And that's a masculine trait. And the feminine trait is that man who ain't gonna do shit, sit on his ass, but always blame somebody. It's the white man, my baby mama, or my mama. It's how I was raised. It's just an excuse to make sure you don't have to be masculine, step up and be a fucking man, because it's hard to be a man. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody else, like, it's hard to be a man, a masculine man, and that is all on me. If it don't work, it's all on me. Like, Kobe Bryant has to be a masculine man. If we don't win, it's my fault. He not going, it's you. It's a masculine trait. If we don't win, it's my fault. You feel what I'm saying? If you're not good, it's my job to make you better. That's a masculine ass trait. But that feminine ass man who'll sit on his ass and play a video game for 14 hours and then be broke and then blame the white man why I ain't got no money, or blame, man, all that bullshit. That's a feminine trait. And so when I posted that, it was it ain't feminine and masculine. Really, I'm not really talking about your sexuality, but I think it was a gay guy. Like, elaborate, protect masculinity. And I said, I gave it some time of day. It's a full blown effort to kill masculinity. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why it's not working in a lot of relationships in black homes for real, because so many feminine men that our women have to be masculine. Our women have to go out and work 12 hours, come home, bathe kids, discipline a little boy, try to go to his football games, taking him to the barbershop, protecting the house, trying to be like doing all this masculine ass shit. And these feminine ass men is like the ones getting taken care of and ain't taken care of, you know what I'm saying? So if a woman sit around and want to be feminine, she will fucking die, because fucking men are feminine. And now we put, we make I believe all this is the weak man for. That's pushing feminine into our men, where we can't do nothing because it's the white man fault. And just the whole thing, just all the shit being pushed to feminize our men for real. When it's a masculine man, they attack them, even on basketball. It takes so much masculinity to pursue your dream and achieve it. It takes masculinity because it's all on me. So to get to the NBA, where it's 400 players and it's over 5 million motherfuckers trying to go to the NBA from all over the world, in college and high school, everywhere trying to make it to the NBA, and you was masculine enough and driven enough to make it. And so you get a feminine motherfucker who didn't make it, and now his fallback plan was to be an analyst and talk shit. And so he'd tear down this masculine man and call him names and shit like that to have his son out looking up to him, Kwame Brown, and all that shit. And so he make him a laugh and start. And this masculine man made it out of nothing. And so now we got a kid disrespecting Cam fucking Newton, bro. A young black kid disrespecting Cam Newton, the fucking MVP of the league, and a high school kid because he hear these feminine men on TV disrespecting him. Think about think about all the music. What musicians get bashed the most? Rappers. And you could look it up. Charlemagne wanted to be a rapper. And what he do? He bash rappers and disrespect them. And now we go disrespect rappers. They come home in our neighborhood. We want to rob them and all kind of shit like that. Because we are programmed to disrespect and downgrade masculine men. And we pump up feminine shit. So that's what I was saying. We need to protect masculinity. I ain't say destroy feminine men. I said let's protect masculinity. When you see a man being a man and building and taking responsibility, being a father, being a husband, building communities, and just it's all on me. Let's protect that. We need more of that. We got too many feminine fucking men. That's why we got all this killing, because disrespect is a feminine trait. And we got disrespectful men who call you everything in the world and get on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Being disrespectful. We disrespecting dead people now. We smoking on dead. That's feminine. That's a feminine tongue. And so now you die. Motherfucker killing you about that shit. And so now we got these kids with these feminine tongues and feminine traits, can't control their emotions. Now you put a gun in their head and drugs. And now, pow, 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 feminine as fuck. You know, it's a masculinity to control your emotions. Feminine is I say what I want to say when I want to say it, and you can't do nothing about it. Bitch, I think I'm smoking on your cousin and all that. Bitch, blah, blah, that's feminine. You know, and so I'm saying let's protect masculinity, because all this feminine shit is why all the kids in our a lot of kids in our black community is killing each other. It's these feminine ass traits, bro. Can't control emotion. You can't control what you say to people and stuff like that. And so I'm saying let's protect masculinity, and I guess that offend a lot of people, but to each his own. And I explained that shit once, and I wasn't gonna explain again, and all that. You feel me? And one thing it's another thing. I won't be replying as much in my DMs anymore, cause you get in trouble like that. You never know who you messaging. Motherfucker message you with some shit, and it's a whole catfish. You feel what I'm saying? Then they'll use that shit to disrespect you, or feel what I'm saying? Or you might be messaging somebody young, or you might be messaging somebody, somebody say something and you talking back to them. It might not be no flirting shit, but she got a whole boyfriend. He mad like, hey, bitch ass nigga, stay out my girl inbox. And now, that feminine ass shit can't control your emotion, and you want to disrespect and stuff like that. And so just to keep all that shit out, I don't know who I'm messaging. You might be a man acting like a girl messaging me. You might be a kid messaging me, and I'm replying back, trying to keep my audience and people engaged and communicate, and being thankful for the people who support me. But that would get me, and it got me in a world of trouble. And so to protect myself, I won't be replying all like that for real. And so, and y'all know forever I always reply, but it's a lot of trouble. Was a married woman telling me how she like my music, and I be like, thank you, I appreciate you so much. And Nick, get out my girl inbox, or it be a fucking kid and shit like that. And and it just anything. It'd be a fucking man, and I ain't got time to be looking at your page and shit like that. And and it'd be posing as a fucking girl, and now I got a thread with a motherfucker with a dick and shit like that. And now they can easily just screenshot it, be like, look at this. If I ever get super big and they come back and that message will come back, I'm having a conversation with a fucking drag queen, not just being, I ain't talking no sexual shit, but you had a conversation. And so I'm good, bro. It's too much weird shit on this fucking internet. And if y'all paying attention to me, y'all can see I'm on an upward spiral, right? Whatever, I don't know, a spiral might be a drop, but I'm on an upward motion. It's like since that video hit World Star, is more audience coming and more people messaging me, and it been a lot of bullshit since then. All these I got a whole bunch of new fans, a new audience, but my original cast, I understand where I could talk to y'all, but all these new people, it's too many fucking men acting like women. It's too many young people. It's too many married motherfuckers and shit like that. Then the people come out and go, "Oh, you man?" So you know what? if we haven't had a not a relationships, I don't know a lot of y'all, but if we ain't had no back and forth communication, I won't be replying anymore for real. And so, but yeah, I think I got everything. Yeah, but yeah, man, make sure y'all my new album is coming on 4th of July. Please, please tune in and stream it on iTunes, Spotify, and I will have the physical CDs available on my website, prophetmahmood.com. If you anywhere in Toledo, you don't have to be in Toledo. If you want to meet me, if you're in Detroit, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Naptown, Chicago, anywhere that's really close, drive down to the meet and greet. If you come from out of town and you spend, I would give you a T-shirt and I would give you a CD. You ain't got to pay for shit if you come from out of town and stuff like that. Um, you know, so make sure y'all come to the meet and greet. And that's Saturday, July 3rd. And make sure y'all come to the Belmont Avenue block party, 4th of July, you know, and that would be the release of my album that day, too. So thanks for everybody who tuned in. I'm out of here. One love, Prophet Mahmood, representing all the cast stars worldwide. And we're going to go out on my new song.
You don't support nothing I do but come around and grin. I know you niggas ain't my friends, you only pretend. It's written on your face, I know that love is fake.